sent a lot of probes to different targets in our solar system. But no discovery was so unexpected as the possibility of life on the Saturn moon Enceladus. Enceladus was discovered by Wilhelm Herschel in 1789 and is named after a giant of the Greek mythology. From the beginning of Enceladus was an interesting object for observation because its ice crust made it one of the most reflective bodies in the solar system. But there wasn't much data or close-up pictures until the two Voyager probes passed by in the 1980s. In particular, Voyager 2 observed the surface of Enceladus in 1981 and provided the first details. Then in October 1997, the Cassini-Huygens probe launched with a Titan IVB. This mission was an American-European collaboration, and it took the probe 7 years to get to the ring planet. Before the probe arrived at Saturn, nobody took Enceladus seriously as a possible place for life. Furthermore, the scientists did not understand the message immediately. It took different anomalies and several flybys to come to the conclusion. First, they discovered an oxygen cloud with Cassini's ultraviolet imaging spectrograph in December 2003 as they approached the planet. Then they found a bubble of oxygen atoms at Saturn's E-ring, which later disappeared when the probe entered an orbit. During further observations in 2005, it came to light that something strange is happening on the small moon Enceladus, which is located near the E-ring. Cassini's magnetometer showed that this moon had a deflection in the local magnetic field that's characteristic for the existence of a thin atmosphere. But this moon is with a diameter of around 500 kilometers and a low mass, both too small and too light to have an atmosphere. Furthermore, it's very rarely that a moon in our solar system have an atmosphere. Only Titan have one. So Enceladus had to have a source which is responsible for the atmosphere at the southern hemisphere. The Cosmic Dust Analyzer then also discovered a particle stream around the moon, and the scientists then realized that Enceladus was the cause of the oxygen mystery. The NASA then made some course corrections to get closer to Enceladus than originally planned. In July 2005, Cassini flew past Enceladus at a distance of only 175 kilometers and discovered that the planet's south pole is warm, and on top of that, sprays water vapor and ice particles. And not only that, Cassini's ion and neutral mass spectrometer clearly identified plenty of oxygen. This was an interesting detection, and the scientists who had previously identified two different anomalies recognized that this is the same phenomenon. Therefore, Enceladus changed his face overnight, from a cold, icy and dead moon to one with an inner heat source which is in addition geologically active, and its geysers emit enough steam and ice so that the moon has a very thin atmosphere of frozen water vapor, which also contains traces of methane and carbon dioxide. But the most interesting discovery is that not very deep under the surface of the moon there must be a larger reservoir of liquid water. At first, the scientists suspect several hot spots in the underground of the moon and that a saltwater reservoir is the source of the plumes on Enceladus. But 2015 NASA announced that there is even a global ocean on Enceladus. This puts the moon at the top of the elite places in our solar system on which all ingredients for primitive life forms are available. In order not to contaminate possible life on Enceladus with microbes from Earth, the Cassini probe was deliberately crashed in Saturn's atmosphere in September 2017 when the fuel ran out. Further investigations are necessary to study more about this interesting moon. If you want to learn more about possible places for life in our solar system, check out our other videos.